Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to another soft, heartwarming story time. Today's tale is for everyone, no matter your age, and it's here to bring you comfort, peace, and a little spark of wonder. So settle in with a warm drink, and let's begin. Imagine living countless lives being born, growing, learning, and then fading away, only to begin again. That's what our main character has experienced. In every lifetime, they have carried the quiet knowledge of all the days that came before. They've been a shepherd in green meadows, a painter in a busy town, a traveler across quiet seas, and even a gardener tending roses outside a small stone cottage. And in each life, though they found beauty, laughter, and love, there was always one lingering feeling: loneliness. For while everyone else seemed bound to one life, they alone carried memories of hundreds. One crisp morning in their newest life, they walked down a winding forest path. The trees glowed with sunlight spilling through golden leaves. The air smelled of pine and earth. For a while, everything felt the same, another beginning in a cycle, with no end. But as they rounded a bend, they noticed someone sitting on an old wooden bench by the stream. The figure looked ordinary, yet something in their eyes made time stand still. The person lifted their gaze, and in that instant, our main character felt something they had never known before: recognition. Not just a meeting, but a remembering. From that first glance, the world shifted. The sound of the stream seemed louder, the sunlight softer. The stranger smiled, as though they too had been waiting all along. "Do I know you?" our character whispered, though they already felt the answer. "Yes," the stranger replied gently. "You always have." They began to talk, their voices weaving together like threads of a tapestry. The conversation was effortless, like catching up with a lifelong friend rather than speaking for the first time. They spoke of small things: how lovely the moss looked on the rocks, how the breeze carried a hint of autumn, how the forest seemed alive with secrets. Yet hidden between every word was the same discovery. They had both walked this endless path of lifetimes. Each had known the weight of remembering, the ache of carrying stories no one else believed. And now, at last, they weren't alone. They walked together through the forest, noticing the way the leaves fluttered down like golden feathers, the way the river reflected the sky like a mirror. Animals seemed unafraid of them. A rabbit paused near their feet, and a bird landed close, singing sweetly. There was no rush, no fear, only the quiet comfort of finally finding someone who understood. For the first time in countless lifetimes, their hearts felt light. Days turned into weeks. Every morning, they would meet at the same stream, sharing stories of lives long past. Sometimes they laughed, recalling funny little details, like the time one of them tried to bake bread and ended up with a loaf harder than stone. Other times they grew quiet, simply sitting side by side, grateful for the presence of someone who truly knew. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky with hues of lavender and rose, they made a promise. "No matter where the next life takes us," one said softly, "let's find each other again." The other reached out, gently tying a thin red thread around both their wrists. "This will remind us," they said, "that we're never truly apart." And though lifetimes stretched endlessly before them, the loneliness was gone. They had found their companion in the great cycle, their other half in the dance of birth and rebirth. And as they sat beneath the glowing twilight sky, surrounded by whispering trees and the soft murmur of the stream, they knew this life, and all the ones to come, would never feel the same. Thank you, dear listener, for joining me in this gentle tale. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back soon for more beautiful, cozy adventures. Until next time, take care and carry a little wonder with you wherever you go.